What is up, guys? It is TheCitrusPanda here today, and I'm coming at you with episode 50 of my Adventure Quest Let's Play. So, I actually didn't make a video yesterday. Well, actually, if you are on my channel, I did make a video yesterday. However, I took it off yesterday. Yesterday's video was a short animation I made with sprites and in Flash CS3. However, I did not like it. It was the first animation I ever did, but it was like 7 seconds long. There wasn't much going on. It was Itachi Uchiha running, jumping, landing, teleporting, and the video was over, which literally was a 7 seconds long. Right now, I'm actually working on another cool animation with him as the character in the video. There's only going to be him. I was going to put another person, like him fighting somebody, but I might add another person in just like to run in and get hit by him or something. I'm not sure yet. But that one is already like 2 times or 3 times longer. I've been working on it quite a bit lately. And I just have to get all the sprites on the thing. The actual, I guess, process I have to go through to animate with the sprites is actually kind of crazy. I have to go on GIMP, which is basically like the poor man's version of Photoshop. Well, it's free, so you don't have to buy it at all. And what's cool about it is that, well, it pretty much does what Photoshop does, is what's cool about it. And what I used it for was I would get the sprite sheet, I take out the background so it was all transparent, but then I have to go sprite by sprite, and there's like a sheet with like maybe like, around 100 sprites of them doing all the animations of the running, the jumping, the fireball jutsu, whatever, and they have all the sprites, and you've got to go one by one and open a new file in GIMP and then save the image so you can have a sprite for Flash CS3 to actually animate it. So I only have, it takes a while to do it. It's kind of like a long process, and right now I only have like, I think I have the running, the jumping, fireball jutsu, teleporting. What else do I have? Walking, standing, and I have some other things. And I'm going to get some other things ready to go. Once you get everything imported into Flash, it's all about animation. So which step takes longer? Probably the animation part, just because you have to do it frame by frame. I've done 180 frames so far. And the video, I forget how long it is, but it is like a little bit more than 10 seconds right now. And it's 180 frames. Now, technically speaking, some of the fire lasted 3 frames, and every single one of the animations was like 2 frames. So probably I've done like 70 or so, 70 actual things. But 70 things that I have to keep on, editing the screen. And then if I would do 1 frame per action, everything would go way too fast. So I do 2 frames for 1 sprite, and then 2 frames for the next one. It's 24 frames per second. It can be 30, but I have to do 24 frames per second. So, anyway, animation with sprites is something I got into lately because I always loved animating. Like, I like to animate stuff. I love to do still motion, like water filling up a glass and stuff. Stuff that takes a really long time to do but looks really cool at the final project, but also takes a long time to do. It's nothing like film where you can just, do it, right there. Like for instance, I can make a video completely out of pictures with Bandicam. I could just spam the screenshot picture, and it would be like 1,000 pictures for like, I don't even know how many seconds. But if you put them all together, then it would make a video if you're pressing the button fast enough. The point there is that it takes a long time, but the payoff is really good. And why I couldn't really get any other animation is because, one, I didn't have the software. I got CS3 in a way that a lot of people get it. I'm not going to say any more. But I looked up on YouTube a tutorial, and this guy was pretty nice. He just kind of, gave it all the directions. It was easy to do. And, yeah. Anyway, so besides that, I'm going to get away from how I got the program. But I didn't have a program to begin with. And you just saw me hit a 653. That was awesome. That was probably my highest. No, my highest hit is 692. I forgot to tell you guys that. My highest hit right now is 692. I had this boost from the armor. I think it was with my newest spell. I'll show you that spell in a second here. But anyway. And also because I am not that good of an... Well, I'm an okay artist. I don't know if you've ever, I guess I've never told you guys, but I like to draw as a hobby sometimes. You know, it's not something I do like all the time, but I do it quite a bit, you know, here and there. And I forget what spell it was. Maybe it wasn't a new spell. Maybe it was just Solar Incinerator. But I used to draw. Well, not used to, but I still draw every once in a while. However, I can't draw like a whole body or something. Like, I would always draw the head, the shoulders. You know, I could draw a body, but it just didn't look right. You know, when I would draw characters, from like anime and manga, and I would only draw their heads and their necks and their shoulders, basically, because I just didn't really feel like drawing their bodies, and it wasn't like I ever wanted to get into anything professional, so it didn't really matter. And, however, if I wanted to do animation, I kind of needed that whole body, you know, to move. Or I could do, you know, I could do stick figure animation, which I really kind of wanted to do at one point. But even stick figure animation, people don't hand it to the people who do stick figure animation like, oh, this easy. Stick figure animation, I've tried it before, and it's ridiculous. It's pretty, well, it's not ridiculous, but the way, I mean, you just have to know how everything moves, I guess, if you're good or if you're bad. The thing is that you have to draw in everything. It has to be proportionate, or else it's kind of, it doesn't look right at all. And then you can't draw the heads on the stick figures until the very end, because they would resize, like the heads would grow and shrink in size. Anyways, it's a lot harder than people would think to make a stick figure animation, but sprite animation is good for me, because I'm not a great artist as far as moving things. Like, I can just draw something standing still, but I can't do the next step it's going to make. I can't follow through with the next shot. So the good thing about sprites is that they basically do that for you. Let's see what I can use here. Lord's Clout, my new weapon. I'll use Lord's Tenor and Lord's Narrative. Here we go. But like I said, I mean, it pretty much does it all for you. After you rip all the sprites into your folder off of the sprite sheet, which takes a long time, granted, I can probably do, I've timed myself, I can get one sprite into a file in approximately 1 minute. So that means I can get the rectangle tool, make a rectangle around it, get it to the pixel and make it line up so it's exactly the amount of pixels, make a new project with that exact amount of pixels, save that project as a PNG into my folder, and start on the next one. I can usually do that in about 45 seconds if I'm rushing. Now, that might not seem like a lot of time, but it's more tedious than difficult, really. If I were to say anything, it's definitely tedious because you're just doing the same exact thing over and over again, except with different sprites. But once you get it all and it's all in, it's really fun to do, because you can just kind of animate it from there and you use your imagination. And then once you have all these tools at your disposal, it's basically like buying a pack of animations, and you don't even have to do anything. You just kind of put them in, you know what I mean? And it's a lot of fun, I have to say, to animate. Now, the thing about sprite animation is that there's no drawing involved. I mean, the only skill you need to know is how to animate and how to rip the sprites off pages. Then once you know how to do all that, you're good to go. Die. Okay, he's dead. I'm going to refresh the page and I'll be back. Alright, and we are back. If you didn't know that trick, when you're farming at Drakath, you can just press the reload this page button up at the left hand corner of your browser. It should be there, at least if you're using Chrome. I don't know about other browsers. I haven't used other browsers forever, so I don't know. But anyways, back to the animation thing. The sprites, for instance, to put this into perspective for you, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you can look up a sprite sheet on Google Images, which might help you out a lot. But, for instance, for the Naruto sprites, that I have a lot of Naruto sprites just because I like doing Naruto animation. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to do other ones in the future, like Mario and Sonic and whatnot. But the thing is that there will be, in most Naruto sheets, names, and then underneath what the animation, all the sprites for that animation. So like running, and there'll be 6 sprites for running. It'll be one where his leg is here, like his right leg's in front and his left leg's behind. The next one, like his left leg's lifting up and his right leg's on the ground. You know, like progressively going in a loop motion, basically. And that will give you a running. And when you put that all together and you move it on CS3, it'll all come together and make him look like he is running, if you do it at the right amount of frames. I find 2 frames per sprite is pretty good. I've tried 3, and 4. 4 is way too slow. It just seems like he is like going in slow motion, like bullet time. 3 seems like it's almost maybe a little bit too slow, and 2 seems perfect. 1 is too fast. It looks like he's on like drugs or something. So you don't want to do that. Also, guys, I forgot to tell you, I have the Asgardian set. I do not believe I got this on camera at all, but 41 to energy, 41% to energy. It's expensive armor. I'll tell you what. It is expensive armor. All the level 75 armor is really actually pretty expensive, I have to say, to be honest, because after buying the Overlord, the Communicate, and the Asgardian set, I'm pretty much out of money completely on this guy. Well, not really. I have 42,000 gold, but I had like, if you saw in the one video, I had like 115,000, and it took a lot of my money to buy all this stuff. But I think I can actually get a new Twilly soon too, a new retro Twilly. I don't know. I thought there was like a level 80 something one, but I'm not sure. Also, Akraloth. I want to address that. Akraloth the dragon is a pretty dang good farming spot. A lot better than Drakath. Well, I mean, I would say so because he gives a 250,000. So if you can kill him, he's probably better. If you can't kill him, then obviously he's not better. Like if you only have like a 1 in 10 chance you can kill him, he might still be even better trying to kill than this guy because it's just better. I don't know. I mean, he does give 250,000 XP for killing him. I think so. At 250,000. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that one, but I think I could be able to do it because with the Lord's tenor and the Lord's narrative, basically my Overlord set level 75, I have 44% resistance to fire, and I can hit a lot with spells. You know, I've just been noticing this now, but I hit a lot with spells. Like, my highest hit, I think I said earlier in the video, was like a 692, which is quite a bit. However, I can hit like 400s and 500s. And I'm pretty sure since Akraloth is like a fire dragon, ice would be pretty effective on him. I don't know if it's super effective, like you know, like the level 65 Drakath had 200% to light. I doubt it's that good because if it was that good, then he would be too easy to kill. But if it is like 200%, then it would be like a walk in the park probably, except that he hits a lot. So, anyways, that's besides the point. I want to get to the reason why I'm saying all this is you have to actually be a member, or not a member, but a guardian to fight him. I was not aware of that, so I tried to go to the plasma dragons to go kill him, and that didn't work. So, yeah, I have to be a guardian for that. As far as guardianship goes, I'm getting guardianship soon. I just don't know when. To be honest with you, I really do want it, just because, I mean, I can get it anytime I need to. And I kind of, like, my thing at the beginning of the Let's Play was to hold off as long as I could without getting it, to kind of show people that you can actually have a lot of fun in this game without guardianship. But I want to kind of speed up the Let's Play to get to higher levels, to get new gear, and fight better monsters. Because right now, I mean, pretty much what I'm doing is doing any of the set quests, and then fighting Drakath. That's all I'm doing. And then if I'm on camera, I'm usually trying to do a quest or something. But today's video, you know, I just started out battling monsters, killing Drakath. I wanted to address a few things, like my what I've been doing animation-wise lately. And that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this short little video. Well, I guess it was like 13 minutes long. Kind of short, kind of long. I don't really know. It's kind of in the middle with all of my videos nowadays. But anyways, I'll see you guys later.